Hi, everyone, and welcome. We've got a special one for you, as tonight's action is part of the NBA Cup. I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at the Spurs, they're making moves up the standings, claiming that fourth spot.
Checking out the 76ers, they've had a cold stretch and are desperately looking to end their losing streak. You can bet tensions are high in that locker room.
Here are the five for Philadelphia. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Paul George out there with MP, and it's Embiid in at the 5. And for the Pistons, we've got Asar Thompson. Karis LeVert is out there with Cunningham. Then there's Holland, and it's Vucevic in at the 5. Still in the early stages of the season here, but some people are already talking about MVP and Rookie of the Year, Grant.
You know, I think it's a little early for that. I mean, those decisions are a long way off. But, you know, BA, I guess it never hurts to take a peek.
We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Grant. A 60-20-10 game, my goodness.
Oh, as if 60 points isn't enough. MP adding in those 20 rebounds, 10 assists. Come on, BA. That's just not fair.
Here's Vucevic, following that last three-pointer by Philadelphia. Just 3 to shoot. Cunningham. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, at his height, what a combination.
You know, BA, whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just feasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Maxey finds MP. Screen by MP. And it's Maxey missing. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Pistons. Here's Holland. Kicks it out to Cunningham. That three's off the mark.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
George for 3. Good. And the assist goes to MP.
And that's why Paul George is such a talented scorer. He can even do it off the catch.
Pass to Vucevic. Here's Holland from downtown. Out of bounds. It'll be Sixers ball. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Outside Maxey. MP, a screen on Cunningham. Fires at the elbow. Yep, that one's good.
Well, you gotta love Maxey taking what the defense gives him. If the mid-range opens up for him, he's gonna let it fly.
Pass to LeVert. Lets it go from deep. Counted from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
A bit ago, JB Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. I asked him what he told his guys before going up against Joel Embiid, and he said, quote, "I told them to get into him. Always get a hand up and do your best to guard without fouling. Embiid excels at baiting defenders, but we can't afford to give him free points at the line." Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Edgecombe. Last game for him, he picked up 13. George outside. Back to MP. Shot clock at 6. And Edgecombe, the bucket on the assist by MP. MP's got his 3rd assist of the night. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 7. Pass to Holland. Fires the 3. Oh, MP with a block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. LeVert outside. 5 to shoot. Picked by Vucevic. Takes the 3.
Early on, they haven't shot it well from deep.
The shot by LeVert, no good. Pass to Maxey. And here's Embiid. Shoots over Holland. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pistons trail by 9. Now Cunningham. A shot to stop the run. And he lays it in. Cunningham's got 5.
Well, scoring in this league is never easy, and that's why you need a guy like Cunningham on your team. Somebody who can beat tight coverage.
Now here's Maxey. Impressive numbers he's putting up, averaging just over 28 points a game. The three from Edgecombe. And the 76ers another three.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go. And though it's early, let's take a look at the Cup standings.
Yeah, getting off to a hot start is really important in this tournament because there's so little margin for error.
Cunningham against Maxey. Holland for three.
You know, it's rare to see a player as young as MP look so comfortable on closeouts and shot contests.
The three from Edgecombe. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his fourth assist in this one. Pass to Vucevic. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Joel Embiid.
What I love about Vucevic is he's aggressive looking for his shot, which draws the defense's attention.
He hits the second from the line, and teams built to win now don't always have the young pieces that Philly does, Legs.
Yeah, BA, particularly in their backcourt. Nice drafting and great trades have given them an abundance of talent.
MP's shot is good.
He's always ready to take the shot. MP got it away quick.
Now Cunningham. He's got 5. Inside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Here's Edgecombe. He's got 9. Clock at 6. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here's Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Love it when Vucevic attacks with intent. He has the size and strength to dominate around the cup.
Screen by MP. From the arc. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Thompson outside. Back to Cunningham. Vucevic, a screen on Maxey. Pass to Holland. Launches a 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
MP, that one's good.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
LeVert outside. Back to Cunningham. Back to LeVert. And that one hits the back iron.
Well, that's 2 good players going at each other. Advantage to the defense that time.
MP, a screen on LeVert. Maxey, a good look. Detroit with a rebound.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Kicks it out to Cunningham. Holland for 3. Oh, MP with a block.
Still searching for his first bucket of the night. He is struggling, and so is his team.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
Now here's MP, coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Maxey's gotten 3 of his 5 to go tonight. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Robinson Earl's checked in for Thompson, and Sasser subbed in for LeVert. And again, no good by Detroit.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And now the Pistons in transition. Holland gets the bucket.
And good work on defense from Vucevic. I mean, his coaches and teammates appreciate when he hustles on this end.
Philadelphia moving it around. Hachimura finds MP. Floats one. The three. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his fifth shot in as many attempts.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Holland. Here's Robinson Earl. The three is up. MP with the block.
Strong defense. MP just understands when he should try to go after the block.
Six to shoot. Here's Holland. Hachimura covering.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense. So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
So it's Detroit now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And Vucevic slams it in.
Yeah, Cunningham keeping others involved, a true catalyst for this offense.
MP outside. For three, Maxey. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 9 assists now tonight. And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Pistons, fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
It was a total team effort, and let's give some credit to the front office. This is exactly what they had in mind when they put this roster together.
Now here's Cunningham. A 26-point game for him in the win against the Golden State Warriors.
And he really cashed in at the line. A big chunk of his points came from free throws.
Here's McCain. MP with it. And Sasser picks him up defensively. And McCain with the basket on the assist by MP.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Sasser. Pass to Robinson Earl. Gets the three ball to go.
Well, taking full advantage of a defensive weakness there, and it certainly helps if you get shots that your guys can knock down.
Now here's Hachimura. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. MP finds Hachimura. Back to MP. And MP throws it down.
Yeah, this defense looks absolutely helpless trying to stop MP right now. He's having his way out there.
And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Cunningham outside. Pass to Robinson Earl. MP with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. And Detroit making a change here. And here's Sasser. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Golden State.
And we also need to mention his defense. He had a couple of big-time blocks.
MP getting it done for Philadelphia. He had a block party in that quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
And what about the collective effort so far from distance? Their shooters have been on point there.
Paul Reed is out there with Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. Then there's Marcus Sasser, and it's Lanier in a two-guard. That's the group for Detroit starting the second. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Nuggets put on a show. He had 65 points and put up double digits in 3 categories. And he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coaches pregame, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
That's good stuff, Allie. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Here's Lanier from outside the arc. And McCain pulls it down. And Legs, you look at Jared McCain, an NBA frame and a sharpshooter.
And floor spacing is so important in this league right now. So if you can knock down shots and just hold your own in other areas, a coaching staff is going to find time for you.
Burst onto the scene. Now he's a household name.
Absolutely.
And the basket by Hachimura.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Here's Robinson-Earl. He's got 5. Pass to Lanier. Fires the 3. Philadelphia grabs the miss. MP's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. On the wing, MP. Now here's Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
And how about we check the numbers for Nikola Vucevic?
And during the last 5 games, he's been a force on the boards, really throwing his body at rebounds and trying to grab as many as he can. And that kind of effort has been noticed by his coaches and teammates.
Edgecombe, he's checked in for Hachimura. And here's MP from outside. Oh, he's on fire. 8 for 8 and just looking relentless.
Yeah, that's a key 3 for MP. If he hits these at a high rate, he'll have a spot in this league for a long time.
Pass to Robinson-Earl. To the middle. Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham throws it down.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Here's Edgecombe. Back to MP. Stolen. Cunningham deciding where to go with it. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
So good at playing through contact. The body control that Cunningham possesses is impressive.
Outside McCain. Pass to Edgecombe. And here's MP. Now here's Grimes. 6 on the shot clock. Drops in the 3. MP's got 25 points in the game.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Here's Robinson-Earl. Detroit moving the ball around. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Edgecombe. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Cunningham. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Well, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
The closer. No, MP throws it down.
Oh, it is nice to be young. MP.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T connected cam? And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. It'll be the second game of 4 straight at home.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
That's what you want to see every night from MP. Go up and flush it down.
Now here's Cunningham. 11 points in the game. LeVert outside. Here's Robinson Earl. Here he goes.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
Pass to Edgecombe. Back to MP. Puts up a 3. Sinks the tray. MP's got 32 points in the game.
His production from range has been nothing short of astounding.
With the floater. Oh, MP with a block. On the wing, MP. And slammed it home, and a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on Reed.
You know, I like to see that kind of toughness from a young player. MP willing to put his body on the line.
Holland, he's checked in for the Pistons. Philadelphia also making some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Bona. And it's Paul George in for McCain. Now here's George. He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver. Here's MP. Oh, pow!
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Here's Cunningham. LeVert outside. Back to Cunningham. It's 2-on-1. Here's George. Finished off the break. George has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, Paul George that time understanding how to read the open floor and getting to the spot where he could get a good look.
Now here's Reed. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Kicks it out to MP. Here's Embiid. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
And Detroit making a change here. Vucevic is checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Maxi's checked in. Now here's Cunningham. He's got 11. Clock at 6. And here's Thompson for 3. Holland for 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
Thompson outside. The 11-footer. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. Shoots from 12. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
And he's going to nail these if you give him the space. That's just soft D.
Well, if you're going to give him that shot, he will take it anytime.
Now here's Cunningham. A proven scorer in this league, averaging just over 25 a game.
Well, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
George outside. Pass to MP. Back to George. MP, a screen on Thompson. George passes to MP. Nails it from beyond the arc. MP's got 40 points.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Here's Holland, covered by MP, to halt the run, and he dunks it down.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. For 3, George, the closer, controls the rebound and the putback.
And he has led the attack for them the entire game, and now he's trying to get them to the finish line.
And Detroit has possession. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Cunningham passes to Vucevic. Three-pointer off the mark. And so MP will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They're really clicking as a unit. Tonight, looking for their 11th straight win.
And we're seeing just how good this team is when they're firing on all cylinders. The way they're rolling right now, this winning streak could go on for a while.
Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Holland. Fires for three. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. And now it's time to take a look at the top defensive teams in the league right now. Philadelphia, number 1.
Well, we can talk about their defensive rating and their pace of play and all of those things, but the bottom line is this team is hard to score on.
Andre Drummond is checked in for Philadelphia. Hachimura comes in for George. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Rebound by Philadelphia. MP's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Hachimura outside. Back to MP. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. MP's got 44.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
The way he's struggling this quarter, he's only adding to their troubles. They need his offense to come around. Yes, speeding in there and getting some air time. MP with a solid jam off the drive.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. 59 seconds left in the first half. Here's Holland. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
There is no doubt about it. They've done a great job minimizing all of the external factors.
Here's Vucevic getting his third shot in 7 looks.
Getting points inside is no problem for Vucevic. He consistently finds these openings.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Drummond finds MP. Now here's Maxey. Back to MP. The 3. Oh, connects again.
I mean, how many times have we seen him fill it up this season? It seems like he's scoring 50 every night.
That gives him the 4th most 50-point games in a single season. What a milestone.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Sixers ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early.
You know, for Philadelphia, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the 76ers.
Whoa, I love seeing a team spread the ball around like this. The difference in assists is the difference in this game right now, Ernie.
This is one of those just keep doing what you're doing. If they can, I expect this lead to grow. And that is going to do it for us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Oh, he's been their defensive anchor so far, stifling shots left and right.
Well, his activity has set the tone, blocking and altering shots.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. MP is out there with Joel Embiid, and it's George in at the 3. To the inside, Holland, and down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
What a heads-up pass to know that his teammate was going to be available down in the paint.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. BA, back to you.
Able to dial it in. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Vucevic, a screen on Maxey. Here's Cunningham, and again it's Detroit converting.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And Maxey's got the ball here for the 76ers. Next up, they'll face the knockout. Oh my goodness!
Little bit of flair on that one.
Yeah, nice pass by MP. You know, he knows how to run an offense.
What a sensational move, captured from the connected cam, sponsored by AT&T. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Cunningham. Thompson scanning the floor. Shot clock at 6. Picked by Vucevic. Thompson, no good.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And when we talk about NBA wings, Legs, what are the most important skills in your mind?
Well, everybody's going to talk about scoring and also being able to defend your position. But for me, to become an elite wing, you also have to be able to create, add that escapability with your handle.
Maxey against Cunningham. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
Well, that's the thing about Cunningham. He can carry your offense. Tonight, he's doing it with his scoring.
MP outside. There's the 3. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
They're on fire to start this quarter, and with each basket, their confidence grows.
To the right side. The 3-ball. Rebound by Philadelphia. MP, the pass to George. Good, and the assist goes to MP. George has got 10 points.
Well, they're clicking on all cylinders right now, beginning to pull away.
I like their offensive approach. They've been aggressive, but under control.
Cunningham on the wing, from behind the arc. And it's MP with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
There's the triple. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They're really working the paint now.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Cunningham. Can they get it? The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
It's been a rough quarter for him. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
Tonight, their attack revolves around him. As he goes, so goes the offense.
The Pistons have gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Vucevic against Embiid. Out to the right wing. Holland for 3. Oh, he's clobbered. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for
the previous play is under review.
Adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back him up and make the refs take another look.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
6 to shoot. Pass to Holland. The rebound by MP. MP's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Yet another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Now Thompson. To end the drought. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. MP's got his 16th rebound on the night.
Embracing the role of a facilitator. That's really good stuff there by Maxey.
How about the motor of Tyrese Maxey, Tim? He just does not quit ever.
He's one of those guys who tracks the most miles run during games. Maxey probably wears out his shoes faster than anyone. Sharp turns, hard cuts. He's always on the move.
Back to MP. Here's McCain. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Vucevic finds Cunningham. Right wing. Holland for three. Well, a careless foul. And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game,
the previous play is under review.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Shamet, he's checked in for the Sixers. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the 76ers. Things stacking up nicely for them so far. #1 in their conference and looking formidable. And check it out, Detroit. Currently, they're 5 spots behind them.
Well, right now for the 76ers, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
Well, they were in everyone's crosshairs, and they've actually outperformed some of those predictions. That is not easy to do with a target on your back. 4 threes in the first half, and now another here in the second. He is feeling it.
LeVert outside. Pass to Vucevic. Cunningham outside. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Tried to come right back at him with the three. Not that time.
And another dime for him. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
And the Pistons making a change here. Sasser's checked in. And we're seeing teams now that have found success with twin towers inside. What's behind that, Tim?
Well, there's a big difference between positionless basketball and small ball. Key is, if you can be big and skilled, that's a pretty tough combination to match up with.
No matter how the game changes, rebounding is always going to be a factor.
It's always key. Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
A nice shot by MP.
And continues his perfect night. It's unreal. I just hope he doesn't believe in the announcer's jinx.
Here's Holland, covered by MP. The shot. Sasser can't hit.
Let's be honest, that's not a shot he should be taking.
I totally agree. That is not what they were looking for offensively.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, the way this game has gone, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Pass to Vucevic. Uses the glass on the layup. Vucevic has gotten 4 this quarter.
He's done a great job filling up the box score, but so far it just hasn't been enough. He needs help.
MP outside, jacks up a 3, connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely looking to shoot as much as possible. LeVert outside. Pass to Vucevic to the wing, right side. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Sasser's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside McCain. Philadelphia moving it around. Now Grimes. Outside McCain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. And again, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
Man, is he sharing the ball well, hitting his guys right in their spots. LeVert outside. Baseline try, and the shot falls short that time. And so MP will bring it up for the 76ers. Shamet passes to MP. He got it again! Sensational!
And that's 70.
He is unconscious. Sasser with the ball. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13 and a half a game. And Vucevic slams it in.
The bounce pass right on the money. Great setup.
MP, the pass to Grimes. And out of bounds, Detroit will have it. A quick look at the best when it comes to the boards. MP, number 1.
And the way he's rebounded the ball this season has been special. His teammates really appreciate his hard work and physicality on the glass.
Robinson Earl's checked in for the Pistons. Philadelphia also making some changes. Drummond comes in for Bona. And Hachimura has subbed in for Shamet. Here's the pick. Back to Sasser. From the top of the key. And it's MP with a rebound. And so here is Philadelphia. Down low. Good. He hits again.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. For the Pistons, Reed's checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Klintman comes in for Thompson. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for LeVert. To the paint. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
Hachimura, the pass to MP. Hachimura, left side. Back to MP. Launches it. Oh, another one falls.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Cunningham on the wing. Covered by Grimes. And that one's good. Cunningham's got 19 points. Hachimura, right side. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the 76ers.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
Reeves is checked in for Klintman. Sasser gets the bucket.
If he gets any daylight out there, he is capable of knocking that shot down.
Hachimura outside. Pass to MP. Hachimura outside. Fires from deep. And McCain with the basket on the assist by MP. McCain's got 15 points.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
20 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside McCain. Now Sasser. Give him 8. Pass to Robinson Earl. And here's Cunningham outside. Can't hit that one. And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Philadelphia on top, running away with this one. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph.
Substitution here for Detroit. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Reed. Holland comes in for Reeves. Thompson, he's checked in for Robinson Earl. And LeVert subbed in for Sasser. MP's checked in for Philadelphia. Grimes comes in for McCain. They've got Karis LeVert, Holland out there with Thompson. Then there's Nikola Vucevic, and it's Cunningham in at the 1. That's the group for Detroit right now.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the 76ers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
Well, he just checked so many boxes tonight. He got buckets for himself, created for his team, and as a result, he just...
Whoa!
Oh,
my goodness!
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great